Hello, hello, hello. Good day to you all. Today, the 14th of October, 2025. Ladies and gentlemen, my loving people of Cameroon, this is the voice of Soldier Ant. I've come here today to make a very important audio to all the people of Cameroon, both the English-speaking people of Cameroon, which we know as the people of the British Southern Cameroons, and the people of the La République du Cameroon, home and abroad. Please lend me your ears and listen to what I'm about to say, which we must all act on. The presidential elections in Cameroon just went through successfully without any serious fight at the polls. We've had some pockets of disruption at some areas only after the vote have been cast. Ask yourself this question: is this a country you want to belong to? A country in which the presidential elections went through successfully for 3 good days. The people whom the power belongs to, they don't yet have results from the elections they've been waiting for years. Elections that they've taken risk to cast their votes. Yet, a government that they're supposed to trust, a regime that's supposed to look after their affairs, a regime that's supposed to serve them, won't give them results in 3 days. They've not yet received results. No official results in 3 days. So I'm asking you to search your conscience. That is this a country? Is it the kind of administration that you think can serve you the way you want to be served? We've all traveled abroad to other countries. With modern technologies, we have seen the way elections are conducted and how they count the votes at the centers right there. But Cameroon is behind. Cameroon is like 100 years behind, treating its citizens like fools. How much longer shall we continue to behave in this mannerism? What are we scared of? Why can't we use this opportunity to come together as a nation and do it right once and for all, so that our children can benefit from this? Can we stand up and chart a new way forward for this loving country? Cameroon used to be a beautiful country which everybody wanted to come to and remain. A beautiful, fertile garden in the West Central Africa. Loved by Europeans, loved by all nations. Anybody who visits Cameroon wants to stay forever. But because of greed, see where we now find ourselves, at the bottom of the African countries. So this my audio is to wake you up. Don't keep talking about the elections. You've casted your vote. I had encouraged people to go out and vote to change something. You have done that. We have done that. What next? I always talk into the future. Let's prepare ourselves into the future. Regardless of who the winner of this election is, this is what we should do in the diaspora. We know that Cameroon depends on the money that comes from the diaspora. Cameroon's economy depends on the money from shipment coming through the Cameroon port and through the Cameroon airport. I'm calling on you, all the people of Cameroon, regardless of whether you're Francophone or Anglophone, it doesn't matter. Those of you doing shipment to Cameroon, you know what your charges at those ports are. Are you happy? From what I know, you buy a rotten, rundown car here in the United States for $1,000, $2,000. To ship that car to Cameroon will cost you about $2,500. When it comes to paying duties at the port of Douala, you're paying something in the neighborhood of 3 million CFA and above. So at the end of the day, you end up paying about 4.5 million for the same car that you bought here in USA for less than a million francs CFA. How can your business survive with such charges? We have to put our hands together. We have to work together. What has made us fail is because we are too self-centered. We, the people of Cameroon, English, French, we are all too self-centered. We don't work for the community. We don't put our hands together to work for one another. We only think of ourselves. Yes, some people try to think about their families. We only think of ourselves as individuals. This is time we come together and work as a team for the good of Cameroon, for everybody. We should boycott the shipment of goods and vehicles to that Cameroon port for the next 2 years. The tariff at those ports should be changed. They should cut down the custom duties. They should cut down the duties on all the cars that are shipped through that port. Almost down to nothing. They should encourage people to bring new cars into the country. All the abandoned cars in Europe and America, they ship to Cameroon. Because people can't afford the duty when they bring in new cars. This is something you all know. This is not new to you people. Cameroon port is the most expensive port in the entire world, not just in Africa. So where is the money going when the country is so run down? We have a deep sea port in Imbe that has not been constructed, that has not been exploited. We want to come together in Diaspora and make sure we don't ship anything to that port for the next 2 years and see how they'll survive. They should bring down the custom duties for cars and goods drastically. I'm not saying cutting 50%. They should take away about 75% so that people can do business and we all prosper and thrive as a nation. How can we survive in such an economy? How can you buy something in the US for $2,000, like a car? You ship to Cameroon and you end up paying up to $10,000 in custom duties and fees. That's absurd. How does that encourage us to continue doing business? Of course, there's money in Europe and in the United States. Instead of buying here cheaper to make profit in Cameroon, you buy here, go to Cameroon port, Europe, and we don't know where the money goes to. What sense does it make? So this, my audio, is to mobilize us to bring about profound changes that are going to benefit the entire nation, not just one person or some political party. We shouldn't keep talking about the elections. Yes, after the election, what? The tariffs are going to remain. So let us mobilize ourselves and start fighting towards us to make sure that things do change at the port of Kribe and the port of Douala where we ship our things. Not just talking about dual nationality. We want the economics to change too. These are the kind of profound changes that would benefit the entire nation. This election was not about voting the right person. No, it was about voting Biya out of the office, as I said before. Even if it was Biya's son who came to power, he was going to change things. Things are going to change. Even if Paul Biya had passed power to his son without any vote, things were bound to change. So now that we're in this transition, let's make it a transition that changes things in Cameroon from bottom up in all sectors. Let us start working together and thinking of changes that will make us feel that we have had an election, we have had a new government that has really changed things, which is going to benefit the entire nation. Not just talking about Issa Chiruma or Biya or not. It doesn't matter who wins the election right now. Let's make sure that after they announce the winner, we work on this thing to make sure that there are profound changes in the country or which are going to benefit business people, benefit the common man, make people have a renewed spirit for a country we all love, just as our people have demonstrated at all the centers where elections were held and where they casted their vote. We should learn from this. If we are honest, it is now evident that peace can return to that nation if we work together to achieve it. I yield, Soja Ante.